How's it going, everyone? My name is Nick Simi. I'm back with another video, a part of the 40-yard dash series. I'm here in the home gym, the sweatshop, like I mentioned in the first video, where I detailed the start and really the acceleration phase of the 40. So now, like I said, I want to go into the top end sprint mechanics, everything with your arm movements and what you want to look for with the leg drive, etc. So stay tuned. So in order to get into the top end sprint mechanics, we're firing out initially. So with the first video, we talked about the setup and the acceleration. So you're firing out at that 45 degrees, initially from that start till about, 10, 15, maybe, close to 20 yards, you're increasing that angle. So you're coming out of 45 and, you'll gradually be coming up with your chest. You're not gonna, you don't want an abrupt, change in your body posture where you're accelerating and then just pop straight up. You want to be making it gradual. So you're coming out that 45 and you're gradually bringing your shoulders and your chest up. So I want to highlight what you're going to be doing with your feet and with your trunk and then with your shoulders and your hands. So to start with the legs and the lower body, you might hear two different distinctions in running form. You might hear a coach say, my athlete has back end running mechanics. And what that means is you're bringing your leg back. So imagine if you're looking from the side, I have an imaginary line splitting myself in half. So this is the front, that's the back half. So if an athlete is said to have back end mechanics, they're not necessarily driving their knee all the way through, is because they're operating in this back end, theoretically, of the movement. So you're really pushing behind, right? And you're losing the ability to propel yourself forward and be as efficient as possible. So ultimately, when you get into that top end, so really that 15, 20 yards and on in the 40 to the finish, you're going to be having more front end mechanics where you're going to be wanting to have that knee drive to where, your thigh is about parallel to the ground, 90-degree angle at the hip, the knee, and the ankle. And you're going to be operating more in this front half of the movement or plane, right? So that's front end mechanics and back end mechanics. I'm going to actually add two clips highlighting the difference between the two. So you and a buddy, can even video each other and highlight the form and, give each other some coaching tips along the way. So that's the lower body. With your trunk, like I said, you don't want an abrupt transition when you're accelerating out, abruptly coming up and showing your chest. So you want to gradually, bring your chest and your shoulders up. And you're really not going to, like I said, you're not going to be operating at that top end mechanics till 15, 20 yards and on. So that's something to keep in mind. So with your trunk and your upper body, you want to make sure everything's facing forward. You want your shoulders to be relaxed. When you're running, you don't want to be a tight runner or a choppy runner. You want to look fluid. You want it to look natural and with ease. So shoulders relaxed, trunk and everything's facing forward. Your neck's not jutting out forward. Everything is in line. Everything's in line. So the next thing is the arms, your elbows, your hands. You're really going to think of the movement being generated at the shoulder. So some guys, when they run like this. You might have seen it. I especially see it when people are doing agility ladders, etc. They're doing like, here, they're looking like they're doing battle ropes or something. You're really trying to generate the movement from the shoulder. So another thing to keep in mind when you're going, you might hear me say cheek to cheek, meaning your hand is going to be cheek here, and when you drive your elbow back, you're coming to the other cheek. So cheek to cheek here. That's the look. That's how it looks from the side. From the front, really generating the movement at the shoulder, focusing on driving the elbow here, cheek to cheek, coming through. You don't want to be swiveling your arms across. Imagine, you have a straight line in the center. You don't want to be crossing that midline with your hands, right? Because like I said, everything wants to be directed. All your movement, all your intentions should be moving forward and not losing any movement, swiveling to the side and in different planes. Everything's got to be focused forward. I cannot emphasize that enough. So driving the elbow back, cheek to cheek. Not here, here. That elbow is going to be bent about 90 degrees too, if that's something that, you guys want to look at even further. You don't have to work it, focus on measuring it and being, super exact. It's going to vary, but something to keep in mind. So to recap, you want to have more front end running mechanics, relaxed torso, jaw, neck, upper body, everything's relaxed. The movement for the arms is operating at the shoulder, and really focus on driving the elbows. Focus on driving the elbows. So I'm gonna show you guys, like I mentioned, 2 clips. One's gonna be front end running mechanics with the proper form, and then I'm gonna show you guys a video demonstrating back end mechanics with the, that would show or have potential, of improvement. So stay tuned with that. Thanks again for tuning into the channel and watching this video, a part of the 40-yard dash series. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, follow me on social media, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Stay safe, stay healthy, and look forward to talking to you guys soon.